Hello, happy Friday. It's November 22nd, and we're playing a bunch of New York Times games. So, we're starting with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We have fantasy teams love attention, lens exposure, position meet, zoom, shutter, press angle, treasure, coverage, perspective, slack. I mean, there's a lot of camera related terms exposure, zoom, shutter. They're right next to each other, though. Like, would this be a category if they're positioned this way? I kind of have to, but you know what? Let's just not lock it in yet. Let's just make sure the other categories work because it's always really suspicious when they like group them like this. They put a lot of thought into the placement. So if you shuffle, you've lost the information they've added to the puzzle by trying to trick you with the placement. So just don't get tricked by it. Let's see, fantasy. I'm wondering if like these are split into 4 different groups is quite possible. But I don't know what fantasy would go with. Blank football. I mean, fantasy teams makes you think of fantasy football, but I'm sure fantasy. I mean, I know fantasy has a lot of other definitions, and it's probably something else. Are these like genres? I don't know what other genres we'd have. Treasure. Let's not look at fantasy. How about teams? Teams being plural is interesting. Is this like Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, Slack? These are like work from home Zoom. Yeah. So this is what's happening. We've got the work from home apps. Yep. Work communication platforms. This is very similar to when the strike was happening and the people striking created their own connections. They actually had this category. Let's see. So shutter. Like shutter can mean like to close, right? Like you shutter a business, you close it. Shutter goes on Windows. Shutter has a lot of definitions. Obviously, there's the camera related shutter. I don't know what shutter would go with. Okay, well, let's hold off on that then. What would lens go with? If not like the camera thing. Lens and perspective, perhaps? Like, we're talking about like where let's put a lens on this topic, right? Let's have a perspective on this topic, maybe a position on the topic, coverage, maybe lens, coverage, perspective, and attention. Maybe angle too. Ooh, position and angle might be together. Do I lock this in, or is there too much to go on right now? Treasure, love, fantasy all feel like, themes for like themes. I don't know, there's themes. Love, treasure, fantasy. What would be the other theme? I don't see it. Something can get press as well. So we've got kind of the perspective and we've got the coverage. So coverage, press, exposure, and attention, I think, go together. Yeah, these are really similar categories, publicity. And then we've got lens, perspective, angle, and position, I think. Or I don't think it's shutter, so yeah. So now what is this? Oh, these are just blank island, aren't they? Treasure Island, Love Island, Shutter Island, Fantasy Island. Maybe it's blank island. Yeah, it is blank island. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Well, yeah, I managed to pull apart some pretty nasty red herrings here, and because I didn't shuffle, I didn't fall for the camera red herring, so I didn't make any mistakes. So anyone who says I should shuffle, this is evidence that I should not. All right, so difficulty-wise, I'm going to give this like a 3.2, but I have been very bad at estimating the difficulty recently. They give it a 2.8, 0.4 off. I don't like that major number being different, but it is what it is. All right, let's check the bot. So, trickier than usual compared with recent connections. 62% solve rate, 4 out of 5. Million games are in. Yeah, so more people made one mistake than no mistakes because they filled in the cameras. All right, I'm a 1 in 65. Pretty common. So, first people are getting, yeah, it's pretty even split. I mean, Yellow is the highest. Interesting. Okay. So a lot of people did not have as much trouble splitting up yellow and green as I did. A lot of people are even getting island first. So yeah, it's a pretty even split. There wasn't like a particularly difficult category. It was just hard to pull them apart. Yeah, a lot of people did lens, exposure, zoom, shutter, photography terms. And then yeah, it was a little bit difficult to pull apart the green and the yellow. So at least other people had that issue. Lens, zoom, shutter, angle, basic camera function. So trying to do camera things with angle as well is interesting. Yeah, a lot of camera related terms, but none of the categories were actually camera related, so those are all mistakes. All right, a lot of people, 41% of players did this mistake first. Yeah, but I saw their shenanigans because of placement. I wonder if 41% of people are shuffling. Probably not. All right, more camera related things, and then trying to pull out. Okay, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword for Friday, November 22nd. Let's play. Icelandic singer with 16 Grammy nominations. I probably know who it is, but I'm not. I can't think. Batman's sidekick is Robin. African mammal with striped legs. Oh, okapi. I think it starts with OK. Maybe. Awkward response to hear when you introduce yourself to someone. I know. We've met before. I'm not sure exactly what they're putting there. Competed in a 5K, ran. It's got to be past tense because the clue is past tense. Body part that can be furrowed, your brow. Okay. Batman's arch nemesis is Joker. President who used Keegan-Michael Key as his anger translator at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. That would be Obama. Turn red as a chili pepper. Oh, this is Bjork. What is turn red as a chili pepper? I'm not sure about that one. Make a scarf to knit. Oh yeah, it is we met. Okay, I guessed it. Ripen and okapi. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't exactly remember okapi, but I'm glad I remembered that it started with OK at least. Cool. Well, how'd you do? 22nd. Today's theme is "This is the place." So like we've arrived at our destination. Like hotel things, or there's an X here. Whenever there's an E, I always like to put it before the X, but it doesn't always have to happen. Expo, can't quite. It's X-op. Okay, I'm not sure what to do with the X. It might not even be like near the start of the word. Could end the word even. IMAX. Should I try it? It didn't even accept it. Okay. Well, I was thinking about movies, so. Okay, I'm gonna look around the edges. Demo doesn't really make sense. This is the place. You say this is the place when you like find, like you're going somewhere that you haven't been before, right? You're driving there or whatever, and then you see it and go, "Oh, this is the place." Right? That's what's coming to my mind at least. This is like an ER maybe, or an ER this way. Yeah, there's too many options for that. Doesn't even have to do that. PH maybe. Phobe, Phoebe, Ballow. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Bend. I'm looking at this V. I'm looking at this X. A pox upon your house. Exam. I'm gonna have to just start trying words. I'm sure most of them are wrong, but I saw demo earlier. Yeah. Have I thought of the theme yet? I'm not sure. Re something or ER. I see rive. It makes me want to do drive, but we can't. Tree, trees. No, I didn't think so. We're gonna bore a hole. I don't like solving it this way, like just trying words until something locked in. But we're fabulous. 2 F's here is interesting. I may have to hint once just to get something going here. I tried exam, right? Yeah. Examine. I can't do examine. Can also do Nixon. Don't think it would be that. Blob. Blin? Blame? No. We have phone here. Okay, I am going to hint. Bend? Yeah, I saw Bend earlier, and I forgot that I had seen it. Okay, that one would have locked in. River? Oh, is this like river something? So are these things related to rivers? I don't know why this is the place then. Bend, like a bend in a river, right? It's weird that river is here. Rivers? No. River features, river name. No. We have name. Okay, what else is related to rivers? Streams or water or I don't know. Rapids? Is it a coincidence that river's here? Riviera? What's that have to do with this is the place though? Like we gotta do like we gotta get in here, right? So we're either ending in like Evir, or at the very least ending in IR, like EIR or VIR, but more likely we're doing RI, which makes me think river something. River. See, the thing is we could end on the right or the top because we're starting on the bottom left, which is a problem. Riviere. I want to do like Riviera. I don't even know how to spell that. I don't think it's that. I may need another hint because what's going on over here? So if river is a thing, what's this doing? This ESDF? That's actually a really good question. Buff? No, buffs. No, that says the D. I don't see any words at all. Okay, I'm gonna do another hint. This is crazy. What How do we path this? Mobily? Mobile. Bend mobile. Or mobile. What's over here? I clearly do not know the theme yet. This puzzle is not speaking to me at all. I kind of just want to finish it. Sometimes I just don't have fun with some of these games. Especially Strands is hit or miss, but giving it a good try anyway. But I'm more willing to hit that hint button more. What is going on with these letters here? Ruled? Is it an ER word like boulder? Boulder, mobile, bend. City name? Oh. So these are city names that are also words. Riverside. And Buffalo. Okay. Wow, that's not what I was expecting at all. That it was nasty that the first word I got was bend and then river stretched around it. Made me think we were somehow river related words. Okay. Yeah, these are weird choices for city names too. Okay, well, how'd you do?